Hi guys, welcome to Sermon Saturday. My name is Lucille Roach. I'm a business and career coach. I help new and aspiring business owners to set a strategy for success in their businesses and people who are struggling in their careers to get a clear path forward so they can move out of their careers and into a more rewarding one. So, today's sermon is all about the things that prevent us from achieving our goals. And one of the key things that prevents us from achieving goals is an obstacle. So, I did some training a couple of weeks ago on unconscious bias. And an unconscious bias is a belief or a stereotype that we have about a particular group of people, that influences our behaviour and it influences how it is that we interact with that particular group of people. And the same thing is true with your goals, because how you think about your ability to do something is going to influence whether or not you are going to be able to achieve a goal. So I want to talk in particular about obstacles. So you may be somebody, for example, who is really unhappy in your career. You want to leave, you want to find something more rewarding and satisfying, but you feel as if that you can't move because one of the things that you need to do to be able to find a new job is to update your CV, and you haven't updated your CV because you've told yourself that you're really bad at writing. So because you've told yourself that you're bad at writing, it's almost like you're accepting that and you're saying it's almost like it's an excuse. So I'm bad at writing, so therefore I'm not going to amend my CV, I'm not going to do anything about it, I am just going to stay in this job and just hope for the best and just continue to be unhappy. That's obviously not the optimum thing to do. So what you need to be able to do is to be able to confront that obstacle and then overcome it. So I wanted to just share with you 3 things that really help me when I come across an obstacle in relation to one of my goals, and how it is that I can kind of overcome that, and hopefully it will help somebody that's listening. So the first thing that I do when I encounter an obstacle which is preventing me from moving forward is I acknowledge it. I give myself permission to not know everything. There are things which I do not know. Maths is my is a weakness for me, so particular maybe fractions and percentages, and I acknowledge that and I give myself permission for it, so that whenever I have to do anything that's aligned to maths, I give myself time to be able to deal with that solution, or to approach it, because I know that that's perhaps one of my weaknesses. So the first thing is to identify that in the CV writing example that you struggle with writing, that's one area that you find difficulty in, because once you acknowledge it, it's no longer something that to be shameful of. It's no longer an excuse that you can use. It's something that you acknowledge that it's part of you. The second thing that you can do is, once you've acknowledged it, then you can say, okay, then so let me start to question and delve deeper into what it is about writing that I find difficult. What is it that I'm struggling with? So you may say that the thing that you find most difficult in terms of writing is the fact that you don't know how to structure your CV. So you're really struggling to know what order to put things in and how to word things. It could be that you're really bad at spelling, or it could be that you just have no idea where to start in terms of writing your CV. So by delving deeper and understanding the reason behind why it is that you don't like writing, why it is you haven't started doing your CV, you can start to become a little bit clearer as to about what is standing in your way. And then the third thing that you can do is that once you know exactly what it is that's standing in your way, you can start to put forward a solution. You can start to answer some of the obstacles that are in your way. So if one of your obstacles is that you don't know how to structure a document, then the answer to that is, well, okay, then so what can I do to learn how to structure a document? And one of the things that you could do is to potentially just research online. So you could just type into Google a CV, and you could look at a couple of CVs just to kind of get an idea about how it is that they're structured. There may be a course that you can do so that you can be better at writing a CV. There's probably somebody that you can hire. This is one of the things that I do as well. And you can hire somebody to write the CV for you, because that's probably going to be beneficial to you, so that you're finding solutions to the obstacles that are standing in your way. You are answering those questions. So by putting an answer to those questions, it's no longer an obstacle. So when your brain is saying, I don't like writing, you already have an answer to that. So you're saying, I don't like writing because I don't know how to structure a document, but I know that this is something, but one of the things that I can do to teach me how to structure a document is to Google, is to get help from somebody else, is to do a course. So you've answered all of those questions. So then that obstacle is no longer in your way, so that the next step for you to do is then you've done your CV, you're sending it out. You need to then look at, okay, then so now what else do I need to do to be able to move from the position that I'm now in to the position that I want to be in? And I hope that really helps you to identify how it is that you can move what is an obstacle and turn it around into an opportunity. And in this case, it's an opportunity to learn something new, or to be able to approach somebody else that can teach you and to guide you so that you can achieve the success that you so rightly deserve. So I hope that was really helpful. So any questions, please contact me.